Another rainy day in London, aka water is wet. I'm just being sarcastic. Anyway, I'm diving straight into it, as I always do. I watched the podcast yesterday with Andrew Huberman and Jay Shetty, and I'm interested in those podcasts. And at some point, I know Andrew Huberman and Jay Shetty and everyone, basically everyone. They're big advocates of friendship and human connection and relationships and good quality human interaction. And at some point, there was a section of the podcast about loneliness and how there is a loneliness crisis and human connection is so important these days. And I get it. I'm not against people having friends. I get it. Friendship is important. Human connection is important. Having an amazing family connection, a best friend, is important. It sounds amazing. It's amazing. Loneliness crisis. Right, because I got a bit angry again, irritated, hearing something like that. So these people would never sit down and say, but for people that they can't, or life situations have deprived them of that, or there are people out there that strive from not having people around, like myself. Why is there never an argument, a discussion about that? Why? And it always upsets me, because when you say it's so important, loneliness crisis, people die from loneliness, from isolation, etc., etc. So you are saying, let's just say, I'm gonna talk again about the example. I know my friend Margaret, she's 94 years old. I talk to her every week just to keep her company. Her husband died 20 years ago. So you're telling her, for a grandma, grandpa, or even a 50-year-old, a 60-year-old, a 40-year-old, that, I don't know, even a young kid, that if your family disappears for some catastrophic reason, that's it. Or your husband dies, oh, you're next now. It's so insensitive. Am I being wrong? Am I saying something out of, am I saying something? Am I not getting something? And I watch podcasts about young girls in their teens talking about, I'm lonely and I'm alone. If that person can't find a friend, we are doomed. And a person who goes to school, etc., they can't connect with anyone. What are you saying? We are doomed then. And she was complaining. I saw another podcast of, I think she was about 20 years old, and she was complaining like she's staying with her family, like enough to not having to pay rent, and she couldn't connect with anyone. What are you saying to that person? That she should lower her standards, that she should hang out with anyone, really. So, yeah, human interaction. I get so frustrated and upset about this. You're pointing fingers, you're a social pariah. You're an outcast. Oh, you don't have friends. You don't have the 20, 30 people, a group friend. And again, let's just say a 70-year-old that had with a big family, their husband, the family goes away, the kids go away, the husband dies. What do you say to that person? Loneliness crisis, and you're gonna die now from some illness because you're gonna get it from being isolated? It's just so wrong. The world is so upside down. It annoys me. I don't know what you guys think about that. Maybe I'm not. Is this something that I don't get? They keep pointing fingers. Loneliness, human interaction is so important. And I get it. I'm not against friendship. I bet it feels great. I can't miss something that I never had. Family? I can't miss something that I never had. The family, come on, Joe. You can do this. Or I got you. Or you're ill. I'll take care of you. I never had that. I'm pretty sure it's lovely. But if people had that and at some point they lost it, don't condemn them to whatever you're condemning them for. Yes, maybe there is a loneliness crisis, but what is your remedy? What is your solution? I never hear solutions. You always pointing fingers and you condemning me. I can't even talk. I'm very passionate about that. I just hope people start waking up and just disagreeing. It doesn't mean that you read it somewhere or you heard it somewhere. That doesn't make it true. But how do you feel? Friendships, that's great. Lovely connections with someone, that's great. And then he said, go and text someone, go and text a friend right now and ask them how they are. I don't want to sound sarcastic, but I already know. If I say, hey, how's things, how's it going? If I text someone that I haven't talked to in a while, they will say, yeah, I'm good, and they're gonna start talking about themselves. And they're gonna say, you, how are you? Are you okay? And maybe I will try and connect somehow and just say, I don't know, I will express an emotion, but then I will regret it because I will not get an answer back. Cynical? Yeah, sure. But am I cynical or am I know. This is not, this is statistics. This is logic from my personal experience. Please, from my life, don't think, oh, I'm just talking about everyone. Not everyone is like that, obviously. I'm talking about me. So I'd rather not text. You know, sometimes I'm thinking, oh, maybe they're right. For a split second, maybe yes, loneliness. Maybe loneliness is killing me, like Britney Spears, as she said back in the day. And sometimes I doubt myself for a split second. And then I think, what are you talking about? Again, I've never been happier in my entire life. And do you know why? Because I developed myself and there are no people around me to ruin it. If you want friendship, if you want love, go and chase that. Go. If you want that or you crave that, go and chase that. But if you're alone and you can't connect with anyone and you sort of don't want to, don't hear everyone else. Just cut the noise around you and just be happy as you are. If you're happy, don't push it because everyone says. Let me know what you guys think. Again, thank you so much for watching and commenting. I hope you have an amazing day.